to our time that we are mostly seen on social media, do you think our student leaders that we have now can also transform to be like these people that I've mentioned?
Previously, it was more of groundwork, but currently, it is the one who is seen on the social media more. So the graphics, the pictures here and there, that is what people prefer nowadays.
He was having very few people around him during his campaign, but he made a solid impact. He is a true definition of, I don't have financial muscle, but I know groundwork.
From chalkboards to hashtags, is Gen Z student politics a real power or is just an online hype? This is a conversation we are coming to have this particular evening on the Gen Z politics on Podsan. Remember, politics has come to stay. As far as we are human beings, whether we are in church, school, wherever we find ourselves, since there is interest in whatever that we do, it means there is politics in whatever that we do. Over the years, student politicians gradually and progressively became national assets. Are we seeing that at this particular point in time, or the narrative is changing? Do we have real student leaders or we just have student politicians? These are some of the questions that mostly we ask ourselves, looking at how student politicians go about capturing political power, but at the end of the day, they will come into office and do what they like. Today, I have with me the former UCC SRC president, His Excellency John Pogbe. I think I did not have the name correct, but I think since he is here, he will mention it correctly. And I also have the former UCC TESCON president, Jefferson Inti Fojo, popularly known as Nyame Yebozin. Sir, you are welcome to the Gen Z politics.
No, thank you very much.
I hope everything is fine.
Oh yes, everything is fine.
I'm very, very happy to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I never thought that the day will come that I will be on the same show with you. Sir John has always been our godfather when it comes to student politics. Here we are today on the same show. So I'm grateful for honoring this particular invitation.
Thank you very much.
I'm grateful. Nyame Yebozin.
Yeah, Nyanza.
Nyame Yebozin.
Nyanza.
Everything is fine.
Everything is going well. And before we make progress on this program, I want to take this wonderful opportunity to commend you and your team for this wonderful platform to help groom and also nurture future politicians for the country, and also to help build student activism on campus of UCC, and it's very commendable. I think you people have done very well, and we are in here to support, to help the program improve and to help the program move on smoothly.
Thank you very much. That is Nyame Yebozin for you. And we are also grateful. I think that about time we all have to sit down and ensure that campus politics is not just about the politics we know, but at the end of the day, we'll get something that will go a long way to benefit the political players and the people around. So quickly, since I have Sir John here, let me start with Sir John and ask him, sir, looking back at your time, how student politics used to be as compared to this particular contemporary time, can you see a particular change or is the same?
All right, thank you very much. Very big question. Oh.
Wow.
Well, looking back, that was 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19 years. That at
2015.
Yes, that's at the University of Cape Coast.
Wow.
Yes, way back 2010, 2009, 2010, I was at the College of Education.
Wait,
teacher training.
So 2010, you were doing student politics?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes. So 2010 at the College of Education, then the Teacher Training College.
Okay.
Yes, I was in serious student politics.
Wow.
From that time till recently, I would say those days, social media didn't dominate much in the student politics or campaign.
I see.
It was really groundwork. Your ability to go on grounds and meet people one after the other and sell your policies to them. But now, even if you don't go on grounds and you are strong on social media, you are a force to reckon with.
Wow. So you think now student politics is basically on the social media as compared to your time?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Currently, groundwork too is part. But those days, it was full of groundwork. In fact, we had a lot of instances where some candidates were very strong on social media, but weak on grounds, and they lost election. But nowadays, you can have candidates who are strong on the various social media platform, and they would go ahead to win elections. So previously, it was more of groundwork, but currently, it is the one who is seen on the social media more. So the graphics, the pictures here and there, that is what people prefer nowadays.
Being a godfather in this particular game, comparing your time, how student politicians transform to be national assets. We can even talk of the current Minister of Education. He was once a NUC's president. I think in Sawama Dwajiri, Honorable Frank Anodompre, once a NUC's president. Looking at how these people were going grounds, campaigning, selling their policies to people, and how they were able to capture political power to our time that we are mostly seen on social media. Do you think our student leaders that we have now can also transform to be like these people that I've mentioned?
Yes, certainly they can, because even the national politics of late is more of the social media.
Oh, okay.
The President Rawlings's time, President Kufuor's time, and Kwame Nkrumah and the rest, I don't think social media played a greater role in the campaign. But of late, that is the way to go. You see the national politicians, videos here and there, nice graphics here and there. That is attracting a lot of people. So I would say that this current student politician can easily fit into the national politics, because just like how the current student leadership or the campaign is veering towards more of social media, the same way the national politics is. So transforming from the student leadership to the national politics wouldn't be a challenge.
So if I get you correctly, it means politics itself is now on the social media.
Yes, I see that more of it is on the social media, your visibility on the social media. Yeah, so if you have good policies and you have the youth championing it or championing them on the social media, you are visible. Once you are visible, people see what you have. They're able to connect with your policies easily, and then it makes you popular. And at the end of the day, it propels you to a higher height.
That's amazing. That is a job for you. Let me go to my brother, Nyami Bozin. Bozin,
yes, sir.
At first, we were not there because, we just came into the game. But you've been in the game for, couple of years. Looking at SRC presidents, presidential race and all that, contesting for SRC president, you don't need huge amount of money to even do that. But now, an aspirant can spend like 30,000, 50,000 just to win SRC president, should this particular person win the election, is he going to work for the students, or this person is going to look at the amount of money that he or she has spent to get it back? And now I say, like, looking at the money involved, what happens to the brilliant students who do not have money but has the capacity to work for students, to standing for students, actively be a social activist or student activist for the student? What happens to those people?
Well, Nyanza, as you were saying, politics is much of philanthropical work nowadays. You have to invest in the very people that you are coming to rule. For instance, if we cast our minds back, we can see our various MPs, municipal chief executives and others drilling boreholes, doing this foundation thing, helping the needy, paying scholarship. And nowadays, these things have also tuned into our various schools as well, where student leaders also help brilliant but needy students, assist them in paying their fees, providing them necessities and other stuff. Well, I agree with you to some extent, but not fully. With respect to what you said about they coming to work, or they are coming in back into
just to get
money, or what. We are all politicians in here, and one way or the other, since politics is philanthropical work, at times when you are investing in philanthropical works, you don't think about getting it back, but you think about the impact, the actual impact that you have on the society or the people around you. That's why I created an example as in the brilliant but needy students. There are countless students on campus who are very brilliant, who need support. And me wanting to be an SRC president, and I have money, I have seek for support or funds from other institutions, and I have been graced with it, and I can also help a fellow student. Why not? Not necessarily coming in to retrieve the money, but also investing in students so that I will help build a stronger.
I would love to ask that these people that are helping brilliant but needy students to pay their fees here and there, had it not been the case that they are, in for something, would they have done what, they've been doing?
Oh, well, there are other people who began their philanthropical works.
But we mostly see it when they are coming for positions.
That's when students' body or our minds are tuned on them. Since they want something, that's when they get the attention.
I see.
But maybe they were already doing that thing.
What if they were not doing it?
That's a different ballgame altogether. I have not necessarily met such people. All those that I've met are people who are already doing it, and since they want position, that's where others also try to tag them with. They are just helping students just for position's sake. Yeah.
Do you think so?
Oh, that's what others are. Those are the assertions others are making.
Since you've been in student politics and you are still in student politics, do you think that the current Gen Z student politicians are making more impact, or they are just visible on the social media as compared to the previous days?
Well, politics, one way or the other, it's a culture.
And
I and you strongly believe that culture is also dynamic. It changes. It evolves. It shouldn't be on a center thing that it should always remain there. I remember clearly Sir John's era. That was 2017, 2018 academic year. I will really use him for an example, and may he permit me for that.
Permission granted.
I remember during his campaign, he was using only 3 banners.
No, relax. He was using what?
Only 3 banners. And it wasn't huge banners, oh. My brother, it was, I think, 6 by 5 feet banner. Yes. He was using only 3 without no poster. He's here. You can ask him.
Without a poster?
Yes. One was at Old Sites.
Relax. Sir, is that true? No. Because you can't tell me you used 3 banners to win election.
He used only 3 banners to win election with no t-shirt, with no poster.
Sir, is that true?
Oh, when I come in, let him flow.
So he making the indication that during his era, politics was fully about groundswork. It's true. because he had only 3 banners. One was at O Site, one was at Valco, Casford, and
in between Valco and Casford there.
And the last one was at North Campus. North Campus, yes, SRC Superannuation Medical and PSI. He was having only 3. It even got to a time there was 1 or 2 issues, so he had to pull one. And when he's going for rounds, then they will be holding the one. So it was only 2 at that time, but he was having one with another guy. I've forgotten the guy's name. Is it Victor? I've forgotten his name. And he was having very few people around him during his campaign, but he made a solid impact. He is a true definition of I don't have financial muscle, but I know groundswork. Listen, I don't have financial muscle, but I know groundswork.
So I will do it.
He's a true definition of to dare is to do. To dare is to do. And I must commend him for that. He was an eye-opening, and he really encouraged much of us that we shouldn't only focus on monetary things when it comes to elections, but we should go on grounds.
So looking at from Sir John's time up to now, can you pinpoint a particular SRC president that has done more than what he did?
With respect to infrastructure sake or what?
Everything in general.
Maybe he's trying to talk about the banner.
No, not the banner. Oh, the banner issue, I'll come back to that. I mean, in general, infrastructure, everything.
I must be honest. Sir John really did very well.
Okay.
With the likes of NLT and other infrastructures that we are enjoying nowadays.
Wait, NLT?
We'll talk about that. He's here.
Okay.
And I'm really pleased that I'm sharing the same platform with him today.
Wow.
He did very well, fantastically well.
Wasn't then back to the first question I asked. Don't you think that Sir John that we have here today had it in mind that I do not have financial capacity, but I want to do this. I have the students at heart. And I will do it. He did not invest that much in his campaign. Don't you think that is the more reason why he was gingered to do most of the things he did?
Yes, I don't get things wrong. No, he invested his time.
I'm coming.
He got
when I talk of investment here, I'm talking about money.
Okay.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm talking about money. Looking at like what you said, and comparing his time or what he did to what we are seeing today, that money has taken everything. If you do not have money, don't even bother yourself to contest for SRC presidential seat. You lose. You will. Don't you think it was the case that Sir really wanted to do something and he did not invest that much when it comes to money? That's why he was able to do a lot, because one first he can't shame. So there was nothing like, okay, let me just take what I spent.
When I was making the assertion, I don't know if you were listening to me.
I was actually listening
to you. Politics, one way or the other, is a culture.
Okay. And it changes. Okay.
Every era and the one behind the gavel.
Okay.
You understand? Every era and the one who rules, who's a kingmaker.
Okay.
You understand? So that was how his time was. That was how he could win elections.
Okay.
Every era and its kingmaker, every era and the one behind the gavel.
Was it the case that, as at the time, his opponents who were not having money?
Well, they were all having money. I can't say he wasn't having money.
Oh, he said
but their time was solely groundswork.
Okay.
The likes of Denis Api Alabi, true definition of groundswork.
Okay.
His real contender, TK, that's Tim Kingsley.
Okay.
He's a cousin. He's my cousin. And he was also purely ground. But you see, everyone and the way that he does his things.
I see.
You understand? And he won on merit. He won on how we students bought into his idea that he think we thought he fit for it, and we gave him.
And he delivered.
Yes. And he delivered as well.
Back to say, so is it true that you use just 3 banners to win election on campus?
As for the banners trade, yes, I think my banners is right. My banners were no more than 3. Maybe 3, 4. He's right.
Was it after the vetting that you had 3 banners, or you had more than 3, but after everything, the car 3?
You printed
3.
There are electoral rules, and still they exist.
Yes.
So those days banners were made after you had gone through vetting and
qualified.
Yes, unlike what you see today. Yes, those days it wasn't what we see today. So it's true. I think 3-4 banners. That's right. Yes. It's because of how I see politics.
Okay.
How
do you see it?
I believe in going to the people and selling the idea to them. Not more of banners, posters here and there. So it was my philosophy of politics that made me to go that tangent.
Can you mention some of the things you did as the SRC president during your time?
He was talking about my brother Bozi was talking about the NLT issue. Yes. When I came in as SRC president, I realized that there was an item on the school fees contribution to lecture theatre levy.
Okay.
That had been charged for a number of years before I came to office. So
I see.
I questioned the rationale behind the lecture theatre levy, and I was told previous SRCs had agreed that since government subvention wasn't forthcoming at that time, or wasn't enough, let me put it that way, students too should contribute in building physical infrastructure.
Okay.
And that was why that item was on the school fee. So I inquired. For the past years that money has been paid, I wanted to see evidence of a lecture theatre that was put up.
By that money?
Yes, by that money. That evidence wasn't given. I was told the money was being put together. I said, no. If there is no indication or promise that a lecture theatre was going to be started and built within that academic year or the next academic year after I left office, I wasn't going to accept any increment in fees. So the issue went back and forth. I remember we had to even go to the Minister of Education then, Napo, Matthew Opoku Prempe.
You went to Napo's office?
Yes.
On this issue?
Yes. We
NLT?
Yes.
You were fighting for NLT?
Yes.
You went to
not
Napo's
NLT per se, by infrastructure, lecture halls. Yes. Because I was of the view that once students had paid, the money should be put to good use.
Yeah.
Because on the school fees breakdown, it was lecture theatre levy. So I should see lecture theatre coming up as a result of payment. So the long and short of the story is that the Honorable Minister then Napo impressed
Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe.
Yes, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe impressed upon the appropriate quarters, especially the University of Cape Coast Management, and that lecture theatre was started and then completed a year after I handed over. Wow. So that is the story of the NLT, and I'll take this opportunity to maybe wake the current student leaders up. That money is still, or that money should still, it should. I don't have evidence. I've left office for long, but I think that money should still be in the school fees breakdown. So maybe they can also be looking at it, how that money could be put to good use. I should not be mistaken if I say after NLT, there hadn't been any new lecture theatre coming up. Maybe Bozin.
What about Sandwich Lecture Theatre?
It was there before NLT. I think NLT should be the newest lecture theatre. Yeah. There are other infrastructure, but when we talk about lecture theatre, I think
the
NLT
levy was geared towards lecture theatre.
Yes, please. So if that is done from 2020, that building was commissioned till now, is it not 6 years? Yes. So we should be able to use that money to put up a new lecture theatre.
And Nyansa, do you know one thing? During his time, we were picking shuttle free. It was shuttle free.
Was it the case that he brought it, or it was there before he came to office?
I think he's also here. We can. During his time, it was shuttle free.
Were you the one who made the shuttle free, or it was there before you came to office?
All right, the free shuttle actually started a semester before I came in.
Okay.
That was my predecessor, The Hope.
Okay.
No, The Hope. Yes,
The
Hope. Yes, The Hope. That was 2017-18. Yes, that the free shuttle started.
Okay.
But it came to a time there were contractual issues, money issues here and there. And then the company that was running the shuttle was charging high. And so the SRC wasn't able to pay fully for that. So when we stepped in, we had to change the company. And that helped us to reduce the amount of money being paid at that time. And then we also increased the number of buses at that time. So at that time, we were even doing the diaspora. Yes,
so
bus.
It wasn't only
on campus. No. We were also doing the diaspora
for
because
free.
Yes, we felt that students at the diaspora also paid school fees. So if there is any social intervention that students should benefit, they should also benefit from it.
So from all this, do you still want me to assess him?
No. So don't say no. Then I'm still not convinced that the current Gen Z student politics, we call them Gen Z student politics because we are in the Gen Z era, politicians could be compared to the previous days. I don't think so.
Well, our days to one major thing that set us on a proper footing was our advocacy.
Okay.
Yes. For some of us, for the student advocacy, that's why my slogan is ASR. So
that
the
was your
ASR, yes, ASR.
What's the meaning of the ASR?
That SAR is Student Advocacy Agenda.
Oh, okay.
So that was it. So I some of us believed in advocacy.
Okay.
Compared to much of infrastructure or program or organization of program. So when I came in, there was these fees issues. If you didn't pay your fees in full, you wouldn't be allowed to register. So those days, what they were doing is that even if you wanted to pay part, HOD would have to sign a guarantee for you that this student is from my department, and
before you be able to register.
So if you didn't know the HOD or you didn't know any big man, you pay half. I came. I said no, that thing must be relooked at. Students should be able to pay part of the fees. If at the beginning you don't want to activate the portal for them to register when they pay part of their fees, that's fine. So that it will entice a lot of people to pay the fees in full. But it should get to a time, if the registration period was for 2 months, after a month you should open the portal for, so to speak, some of us who didn't have enough money, whose parents were not well to do, to register. So if you're able to pay half of the money, we should be able to register. And I made arguments at that time. I remember at council chair, Madam Thompson. Yes, this issue came up. You see, there were students and there are students that depends on student loan.
Yes.
And government scholarship. if student loan delayed and registration was about to end, we can't say that because that particular beneficiary didn't pay his or her fees, he shouldn't be allowed to register. Because my argument is the person didn't have money. That's why he or she applied for the student loan.
Okay.
It was through no fault of his that the disbursement of the student loan delayed.
Okay.
So why don't we compile a list
of people on the student loan and government scholarship?
Exactly, to register freely. So that as and when the student loan is paid and government scholarship and other ones
are paid, it will
be deducted, yes. So these are some of the arguments I raised. And the topmost of it was the fees that we take. The university doesn't use it within a semester. If you look at the breakdown, you ask me to pay examination fee for second semester. First semester, then you're asking me to pay for second semester. If I'm not able to pay examination fees for second semester, that shouldn't make you prevent me from registering. So most of the items on the student fees breakdown were not used in the first semester. Therefore, if a student was able to pay part of the fees, they should be. So that wholesale allowance was given, where allowance, I mean that permission was given, where at a point in time during the registration process, the portal was open for those who paid 50%, and at a point to 40%. And I must commend the student leaders that came after me. Yes, the Zaki, Tofa, Adote, SK, Barrister, SK, Kojo, Siabe, yes, and then after Norman came, NK team, all of them have been able to sustain that fight. Until now, students that paid part of their fees are allowed to register.
Before I get to Nyame Yebo's, you were appealing to the current student leaders should look at that lecture theatre levy, because you believe that you were not that sure as to whether it's still part of the school fees breakdown or not, that they should look at it. I would ask, the previous or the past student leaders, the SRC presidents, do you people collaborate or have a group with the current SRC executives that you have a conversation about their plans? If yes, why don't you all come together and fight this particular cause?
Yes, thank you very much. I think this is a very good idea you are bringing on board. But everything will depend on the current leader, the current president. If President Mahama wants to get a lot of support idea from the previous president, President Kufuor is there. He has to visit President Kufuor.
Yes.
He has to visit President Nana Akufo-Addo and the rest, Vice President and the rest. It will be difficult for President Kufuor to be forcing himself on President Mahama.
That's true.
As if he wants to teach President Mahama how to govern a country. That's how people may misconstrue it to be. So it's a good initiative you are bringing, but everything depends on the current president. That notwithstanding, a lot of former president after me have been reaching out.
Oh, that's good.
Sometimes former president, how do you think about this? And we've been guiding them. But that lecture theatre thing, if they are listening and they take it up, is good. I hope you agree with me.
Yes, I do. Once
the money is earmarked for physical development, that should be it.
Wow. Nyame Yebosin, at first, NUCS, SRC, USAG, and the other student associations used to speak with one voice to shook government. But today, it seems like the institutions are even beefing themselves. You go to X, UCC versus KNUST. KNUST versus University of Ghana. University of Ghana versus UEW. How did we get here, and where is that unity, and how do we fix this?
It's like Ghana fighting Nigerians with Yajolof. It's the same thing, and yet still we are still one with Nigeria.
Okay. But do you think?
I think the various institutions. This is not fight. I think it's all part of the social media banter, just to make each student or each alumni feel part and parcel of the former tertiary or institution that he or she used to be in. I don't think it's really have an impact on our educational institution or system whatsoever.
Don't you think so?
No.
I was at Nooks Congress. They just ended Nooks Congress.
Maybe I didn't get you, or you have to put the question in the way so that I can answer it.
At first, Nooks, SRC, USAC, or let's say Nooks.
Okay.
They had one voice to shook government.
Okay.
They all used a voice to put government on its toes when it comes to student affairs.
Okay.
But today we don't see that. Yes, it is there, but unlike first. So all we see now is.
But what do you really want to see? Because I think
let me take Nyajidi Dennis. Apia Labi, right?
He's now Esquire.
Oh, sorry.
Congratulations.
Yes,
to him.
congrats. When government wanted to increase school fees, I remember he took the matter to BBC.
Yes.
The way he fought on that particular issue, and he had KNUST joining, UCC joining. I remember Barrister was then the SRC president.
Okay.
Today, we don't see that again. All we see now is UCC versus this. Even the just ended news congress at UMAT. What happened? I just don't want to talk about it here. Schools were fighting.
I think I get you now. One way or the other, it seems a bit sad. But we are also allowing political parties also to influence
some of our decisions,
our educational decisions, or our educational bodies, as in the various nooks or associations within.
Okay.
USAC, for instance, it's been close to 3 or 4 years now.
After furthermore.
Furthermore, they didn't even hand over to anyone.
So is furthermore still the USAC president?
I think so, because
don't disturb Bozin on this issue.
I think so, because it's very sad.
Yes.
It's very sad. For about 3 years, that is the USAC, that is the University Students Association of Ghana. Yeah. It's not having presidents. They don't have any leaders.
Their resources.
They don't have any secretary, any treasurer. So how then do you want us to speak in one voice? You get my point. Now, if we are going for Nooks elections, if it's NDC that is on power, there's my candidate, that's my candidate.
They will definitely win.
Force it on us as students.
Whether you like it or yes. So how
then do you want me as an SRC president who is an MPP member to support an NDC member to make progress? When it comes to
but if we are using this to build our political arena, I don't think we will make progress as a country and as an institution.
That's what I'm saying. It's very sad. Though it used to be there.
Yeah.
That's in the era of John Kuma, in the era of.
So they were working.
They were still working. Yes. When they were the likes of the current Minister for Foreign Affairs, all of them have been in the Nook stream.
Yeah.
Yes, still they were all working together as one. That's why I said politics nowadays it's dynamic. Since culture is also dynamic, so there have been a lot of changes, and we behind to have different mindset altogether.
That's true.
That's why nowadays our way of politics have changed. I won't support someone who is an NDC member to even win an SRC elections. During my time as a TESCOM president or whatsoever, or even any my predecessor or before me or after me, anyone or whatsoever, it will be very hard for me to support an NDC candidate.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, because he's not coming from my party. And me being a former TESCOM president, that is the truth. You understand? Yes, I will go and look for someone I think the person is very competent. That is coming from my part and support. Likewise, the same from the other side. Likewise, the same from other side or whatsoever. So these fractions, one way or the other, if you sit back, you can reason that it's really worrying us as student politicians and or as association as a whole. So I think we have to use this platform to also indicate some issues that is worrying us as students. USAC elections. They must.
I think we should have a proper conversation one day about
things has to be resolved when it comes to. That's why Sir John was like, you shouldn't worry me about this because it's more or less an issue.
Oh no, it just chipped in, but then it's sad.
We shouldn't even stress ourselves on it. You understand? Because it's very sad now. We have made our partisan politics into our student politics.
Is there a way we can do away with this?
The issue is every student politician, one way or the other, wants to be up there. Me, for instance, if you ask me if I get minister, I will chop.
Oh yes.
If I get MP, I will chop.
If you get minister, I will chop.
Yes, of course. What are you trying to say?
Wow. Then if I get president, I will chop.
Yes. Whilst in the student stream, I'm also focusing on my partisan arena as well. I see. So one way or the other, if you can bite me, I'll make sure I bite you more than what you can bite.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So if there is a warning to give to current or Gen Z student politicians, what will you say to them?
Oh, they shouldn't take students for granted. Because, if you are given a small position, the way you handle it would depict whether you qualify to be given a bigger position in future. There are a lot of student leaders who were given smaller positions, so to speak. Little did they know that in future, those positions will come to haunt them. Today we are talking about USAC.
Yeah.
The way my brother Bozin is speaking, you think in future, if this crop of USAC executives you are talking about decide to go for Nooks election or GRASAC or any higher portfolio, even MP, I don't think Bozin will wholeheartedly support such people. He may say you were given a smaller position, you couldn't handle it well, so you are not qualified to be given a higher position. So my warning to them is that, and it's also a piece of advice to them, is that they shouldn't take the electorate or the student for granted. They have been voted for to help the welfare of their constituents. So they have to try as much as possible. They shouldn't be so much concerned about selling their morals, their principles, because of financial gains or promises here and there. But they should remember that their allegiance is to the constituent, that is the student that voted them. And so they should seek their welfare.
Sir, what should student politicians or leaders never apologize for?
Big question.
I intentionally left this one for last minute.
Bozin.
Yes, for this goes to the two of you.
Yes. Unless my brother helps
student
you.
Politicians or student leaders.
Let me try and add something small to say John.
Okay, before advice. You get to this,
I think as a student leader, you shouldn't be fighting wars that you don't have idea about, that you really don't have any trace about or any history about.
Okay.
If I'm the one forcing you as a godson to go and do evil to someone, I might reconcile with the person. Later on, I might reconcile with the person. Do not
inherit someone's battle. So, because someone else anyway could be a destiny helper.
Behind wars as a student politician.
Okay.
You have to know your way out. That was the indication Sir John was trying to make, and I'm just trying to add up. What you are doing, make sure you do it for a good purpose, not for a purpose that one way or the other, people will be bad mouthing what you did or your progress or your establishment. You get my point.
Yeah.
So as a student leader, you have to advise yourself very well. What we have given you, do that thing. The main reason why you were voted for, do that thing. And I think when you do such things, I think everyone will commend you. That's why we are in here today commending Sir John for the free shuttle.
For the
policy,
NLT building.
For NLT, for the 50% students policy, school fees policy and other stuff.
So Sir John actually brought that.
Yes. And I think he even, to an extent, even helped, what do you call it, the retake and resit thing.
Yeah.
It was in line. It was in the pipeline. So I think Barrister initiated it. It was off. So since he did a good work, everyone commends him for that. So as a student leader to our upcoming SRC presidential candidates who hopefully one way or the other might win or something, they should learn from their predecessors. They have to leave a good footprint so that others will commend you for the good works. That's
back to my question.
I thought Bozino helped me. Yes, come again.
What should student leaders never apologize for?
Oh, as for apology, we should always apologize for what we think is wrong. But what you think is right as a student leader, you should never apologize. For example, if you are fighting for students and it means that you have to step on the toes of some people in power who don't want to see student progress, after stepping on their toes because what you did was right, I don't think you should apologize for that. So I would say that student leaders should never apologize for what they think they have done correct or rightly.
Wasn't. Yes, I need that. So that is a brilliant one.
I side with Sir John.
Say a different thing.
I side with him to an extent. No. My brother, you allow me. I side with him to an extent. And one way or the other, at times to our works as student leaders, we need recommendations as well.
That's true.
So while during you being like, I'm doing the right thing for students, so you have to listen to me, you have to do it, and maybe stepping on toes that you shouldn't step on, or maybe you step on a toe that you should still have stepped on since you were doing the right thing. One way or the other, you have to find a nice way to reconcile. One way or the other, like in form of some nice apology, just to help break that conflict and still cohesive people together in order not to maybe put you behind the scene or whatsoever.
That's
because
amazing.
Someone can blacklist you and that's all for your life. As a senior politician.
Sir, your last words.
Okay, my last word will be commendation to you and the team and my brother Bozin for making this show a reality. So I will say that other student leaders out there, anytime you call, Nyansa calls on them to appear on the show, they should try as much as possible to appear. And also, initially, the name. The name is John Podo.
John
Podo. You don't eat okra, so
let me. You mentioned it out.
John Podo.
John Podo.
Yes, Podo.
And
yes.
now I eat okra.
Then AKA Sir John. That's the political name.
The only Sir we have in the history of UCC politics. Sir John.
Nyansa.
My brother, I'm here. Your last word.
I think yesterday I was telling someone that any opportunity that you get, you have to use that opportunity to sell yourself right. I remember my first program that I had was on Good Evening Ghana. Nice. That was my first program. Good Evening Ghana. Entering there, seeing Paul, I don't watch it. Seeing Timmy Pamini.
Yes, that's
so
you.
From there, I got this charisma, some aura, like I can do more for my political party as well. From there,
Do you belong to any political party?
Yeah, I'm an MPP member.
Somebody
A former
who told
Tesco
you-
institute president.
Yes.
I just want him to say it.
Yeah,
I know,
former
right?
Tesco institute president, proud MPP, proud one.
Yeah.
And should I add more?
It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Thank you
So
very
as I
much.
said, yeah, every opportunity that you get as a student politician, use it very well. If we invite you to this Sun podcast, right?
Yeah.
Or podcast.
Port Sam.
Port Sun. Okay,
Yes.
sorry, Port Sun. If we invite you in here, try and sell yourself very well.
Yeah.
Make sure, as a student politician, you come and sit here, talk in a way or in a manner that we will invite you another time for you to
Not that you
sell
come here and
yourself
say
well.
this person, then you never come here
Yeah,
again.
you understand. So
That's
please
amazing.
try and sell yourself very well when you get here, and make sure you keep on fighting. I'm leaving one last word, and that's Philippians 4:13. As a student
Osofo
politician, you should know this.
Osofo.
You can do everything through Christ who strengthens you. So let's keep on keeping. Thank you.
Always remember that whenever you see a pregnant goat in the market, it means there is a pregnant problem in the house. And rising to eminence by merit, you always live respected. My name is Nyansa Chiame Esu Tanobo Fakwa, your multiple award-winning journalist and your host for the Gen Z Politics. I'll not just live here. The good people of SRC Hall, the innovative Obapa is about starting. I myself will be your MC for the event, from Clean to Cran. So if you find yourself being part of those who will be contesting for that particular pageantry, count yourself a blessing. We are going to meet this particular weekend and ensure everything is done successfully. Also, let me commend the current JCRC executive at the hall. They are doing very well, from the president, the secretary, the vice president, and the hall master, Dr. Richmond Afuakwa. If I mention your name, I cannot sit on the seat. Look, you are doing so well. We are proud of you. And it's fine. I will see you some other time. Bye-bye.